Life is a time pass. क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो हमारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yadidam drishyate sarvam jagat sthavar jangamam tat sushupto iva sapnaha kalpante bhavinashyati. There are two deluge, not delusions, deluge. One is samashti, the total, and second is the vyashti, the individual. So every night when we go to sleep, that is the individual deluge. Everything disappears. Nothing remains. And again when we wake up, it goes again out and everything appears. And this is going on incessantly, and yet we have never learned anything from this. Therefore, I told you, real spiritual practice is learn from your experiences of life. If we cannot learn from the experiences of our life, even God cannot teach us. What Bhagwan Rama did, he observed everything, but he did not learn. Instead of learning, he reacted. What is there? Every child is born, then he grows, good and bad things, then he dies. What is this life? Is this life? On the contrary, if it is said, everybody is born, grows, dies, again it goes on. It's nice fun. See? Therefore, experiences we go through, but how do we interact with those experiences? That makes all the difference. Therefore, when we go to sleep, where the whole world goes, therefore this thing I asked 100 times. In deep sleep, where are we? Space gone. When are we? Time gone. What are we? Body gone. In the second verse of Dakshinamurti Stotra, Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha maya kalpita deshakala kalana vaichitra chitrikrutam maya viva vijrumbhayatyapi maha yogi vayasvechaya tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Bijasya anta iva. Like the whole tree is contained in that small little seed, in the same manner, whole world is contained in me. Mai eva sakalam jatam. Everything is born not from me. Everything is born in me. From me means it has gone out. Nothing goes out. We are all inclusive. That which is not included in our knowledge doesn't exist for us. We are all inclusive. So, like the seed contains the total tree, in the same manner, how the seed becomes the tree? By three principles: Desha, Kala, and Vastu. Time, space, and object. What is the meaning of we are awake? Observe that time. When the sleep is over, the first is projection of the space. Where are we? Then time. What is the time? Then what I am. Oh, I have to go for satsang. The whole world begins. And what is the going to sleep? Time is given up, personality is given up, space is given up. We go back. So, what is this whole world? It is a matrix of three: time, space, and object. The whole world is only around this. I was there, I was here. That time, it was about 40 years before. See, when I was a child. See, observe this. Therefore, the whole world goes back into me, and again it comes and expands. Again it goes back. Again it comes out. Because it is contained. See? Like our some CD. In CD, whatever we are recorded, that only will come out after we start playing it again. In the same manner, when we are moving in this world, we are printing so many things on our mind. And when we wake up, again the same thing starts. Therefore, when I sleep as a doctor, I don't wake up as an engineer, because these are the impressions. When I sleep as a wife, I don't wake up as a mother-in-law, I wake up as a wife only. The more we become aware of this, therefore, all that comes out and goes back, it is an incessant process going on and on and on. There is nothing new. Like exactly the same way, Kalpante Pravinashati. In the same manner, this whole world has come out in the dream of Brahmaji. And when Brahmaji wakes up from the sleep, all this, where they have gone. They can go somewhere if they exist. I tell you the process of learning, how it has helped me, it will help you also. In Mumbai, I had to wash my clothes. I don't have washing machine. So I wash in the morning, get up, finish the things, I wash my clothes and squeeze them properly, put in a line. Sometime it happens. I squeeze it, instead of putting in it is on the tap. Afterwards I'll do it. And as expert I am, I forget. And thereafter, when in the afternoon after bath I want to use them for evening lecture, that lungi is in a Bharatanatyam. It is dried up. I can't put on that. I have to iron. When I take it on the iron table, that time so many wrinkles. It looks so dirty. So I move the iron on that. Now the question is, where the wrinkles have gone? Do they exist? Are they something other than the cloth? And yet, they hide the beauty of the cloth, is it not? In the same manner, we are divine. On that divine that we are the wrinkles of time, space, and object. They hide the beauty of our divine being. Then what we have to do? Iron box. And what you have to do? Start undoing meditation and unbecoming anybody. How do we do that? Don't take life seriously. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. After your role is over, change. When this is done for a period of time, slowly, slowly, we are not obsessed with anything in life. Then we remain light. And what is remaining light? Always in the present. Remaining in the present is effortless affair. Going in the past or the future is struggling affair. Suppose you are asked so many 639 days before, where were you at 4 o'clock and what you were doing? So your Ganit will start 627 days, now today is lost. Suppose after so many days, at this time what will you do? Again. And now wherever you are, whatever you are, what are you doing? Facing you. No efforts. Life becomes effortless when we are living in the utter present. And how we go away from the present? Because of the impact of time, space, and object. And these three parameters come to us after body identification. When we fill in our form, DOB, before that I was not there. Then size, 4 feet tall, 6 feet wide. Weight, 2 tons. Desha, Kala, Vastu. See friends, therefore, this world is like us come out of the sleep and again goes back to sleep. Come again out, again goes back. As it is for us, so it is for the totality. Therefore, our subtle body is called what? Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. These four are functional differences of the Antakaran. They are not structural differences. Like the son, husband, father and brother out of the same man. Are they structural differences? No. They are only functional differences. Similarly, Antakaran is one. When the thoughts are in a state of confusion and chaos, that state of thought is called as mind. When it is a decisive state of thought, it is called as intellect. When it is a state of thought in the form of memory, it is called a chitta. Now the question comes, whose mind, whose buddhi, whose chitta? Of course, mind. So ahankar is the owner of the three. So these four are only functional differences of the thought. And therefore there are four experiences, Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, Samadhi. And all of them dissolve in the deep sleep. Therefore, there is no problem, no world, but we can continue to exist. So, tad sushupto iva sapna kalpante pravinashyati tatahasti mira gambhiram na tejo na tamastamam anakyam anabhivyaktam satkinchit avashishyate. Then in that deep sleep, tataha stimita gambhiram, there is nothing but absolute absence. Complete darkness means absolute absence. Na tejo, na tamastatam. Now here there is a secret. Be attentive. We all know light in opposition to darkness. But we are talking of that light which is not opposed to darkness, nor it is glorified by the light. To understand this, suppose you go to sun, Adityavan, right, and go to the sun and talk to sun. Hey Surya Bhagavan, when you go away, there is so much of darkness. Surya will say, excuse me gentlemen, what is darkness? You don't know darkness? No, I don't know. I have never seen darkness. See, darkness is opposite of light. Excuse me, what is light? From sun's point of view, there is neither light nor darkness. First error in understanding. Therefore, on this error, many people, when they do meditation, they have sat down and a bright light came and it went away. You are far away from the truth. See? Now, why this happens? Because by light we understand this thing. This is not electricity. This is reflection of electricity in the bulb. In pure electricity, there is no light. In the same manner, sunlight is a dark light because it contains both. When the light falls on an object, it is reflected. So what we experience is not the sunlight, but the reflected light. And therefore, reflected light will have its opposite, darkness. Exactly the same way. In us, when it is waking dream, it is reflected light. When it is deep sleep, it is absence of reflected light. But we are supporting both. Waking and dream as something is seen, something existing, and deep sleep and samadhi, nothing is existing, nothing is seen. Therefore, we are supporting both the light and the darkness because we are beyond that. See? Sound we hear, I hit how many times? 4 times. How it became 4? Because you also heard silence in between. Then who are you? Supporting both the sound and the silence. Therefore, this is a deal. See, na tejo na tamastatam. In our being, there is neither knowledge nor ignorance. In our being, see, what instrument of knowledge is required? To see the colors and forms, light and eyes are required. But for knowing our being, are we using our sense organs? Are we using our mind? Are we using our intellect? Using sense organs, yes, I think I exist. But Durgandha is coming. No. I think I am. Let me taste. I think it is Ayurvedic medicine. No. Then, do we know ourselves through the mind? Aha, aha, aya, aya. Do we know ourselves through intellect, a concept? See, friends. So, all our known means of knowledge, sense organs, mind and intellect, they become important. And therefore, to see the electricity, you may use light focusing on the electricity. You cannot see is beyond that. Like eyes, we can see everything. If you focus your eyes on your own eyes, you cannot see your eyes. Nobody has ever seen his or her eyes till date. It is the doctors come and they look into your eyes. Aankhon mein. Therefore, tataha stimita gambhiram na tejo na tamastatam anakyam anabhivyaktam sat. Therefore, what is the truth? Anakyam cannot be described. For description, you require some attributes. Oh, you are so beautiful, like the moon. What do you mean? It goes on waning and there are black spots on the face. Like the moon. Okay? You cannot describe in terms of name, form. You cannot describe in terms of any attributes. You cannot describe in terms of shape, size, or any attributes like time, etc. Therefore, anakyam. So, in simple words, be attentive. That which supports the absence of everything is beyond presence and absence. That which is beyond presence and absence, even if you do not know, you are truth. Whether you accept or not, you are divine. Only our scriptures can tell it. Other places you go, if you do this thing, you will go to hell. If you do this thing, 72. If you do this thing, you will go to the heaven. If you don't do, who are we cheating? I remember one of my experience in USA. In some place outside in a big mall, I was walking in that parking lot just to loosen my joints. So one person came in his car with a frock, a typical father or pastor, whatever you call. And he started asking, "Excuse me, are you from India?" I said, "Yes." "Any objection?" "No." "So you are a Hindu?" I said, "Yes, I am a Hindu." "Do you believe in Jesus?" I said, "No. I believe in Lord Jesus." Okay, Lord Jesus. He was obliging calling Jesus as Lord. "Then you are a Christian?" I said, "Yes." "Then you said you are a Hindu?" I said, "Yes." "How it is possible?" I said, "Don't you know latest technology? 2 in 1. I am both Hindu as well as Christian. If you say like this thing, you will go to hell." See? Immediately booking. Then I asked him, "Excuse me, where will you go?" "Of course, I'll go to heaven. I'll prefer not to come there to see you there. I'll prefer hell. Because to be in your company is worse than hell." To whom are you threatening? See, this sending somebody to hell and heaven is like the children. See, if you don't sleep, ghost will come. And if the child, there was one child like that. In Badrinath it happened. She was so fresh, whole day she slept in the bus and we were all sleeping on a very big platform. At a corner I was sleeping, next to me her father, next to her that child, next to her mother and other people. Now she was so fresh. "Mommy, tell stories." "Hey, don't disturb me now. I can't, I am feeling tired." "Ask Papa." "Papa, is no, I am also tired." "Ask Swamiji." Free. Then I told her, said, "Look here, if you don't sleep, keep on talking. Ghost will come from there and lift you and take you away." "Oh, ghost is there. I'll talk to ghost." Can you threaten such a child? See, friends. Therefore, anakyam anabhivyaktam. You think we just work on it? Do we have the experience of our absence anytime? We can have the absence of things. Now there is a day, the night is absent. Now we are in Goa, Delhi is absent. Now we are in 2024, 23 is absent. But this presence absence is and is not. Is it applicable to us when there is no possibility of absence? What is the need to tell that I am? Then Mauna Vyakhya, that eloquent silence alone reveals the truth. Therefore, anakyam anabhivyaktam. Can we say that the waves on the ocean should be only one type? You cannot define whether they are tsunami or ripples. It makes no difference to the ocean. In the same manner, the divine expressing as human beings, animals, plants, stones, bricks, rivers, mountains makes no difference. Are we not having the same experience? In our dream, we create the whole Pancha Mahabhautik Srishti. All the five elements are there. Friends, enemies, animals, everything is there. So because we see in our dream some ugly, dirty things, so when we wake up, do we take bath? No, it's just a dream. Therefore, anakyam anabhivyaktam tat asat kinchit avashishyate. Therefore, that which is beyond the scope of presence absence, that which is beyond the scope of time, space and object, that which is beyond the scope of recognition through the known means of knowledge, that which is our essential nature, that is the ultimate truth. Will the ocean ever worry about the waves? In the same manner, wise people do not worry about the world. Because Mayi eva sakalam jatam, Mayi sarvam pratishtitam, Mayi sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmi. Hold on to this. Hey Ram, you were analyzing properly, but not applying properly. See? A person goes to a cigarette shop, pan shop, hey, cigarette do, Charminar. Chinese तो नहीं है, no, देखो, Indian brand cigarette smoking is injurious to health. Okay, give 4 cigarette packets. You read it. Cigarette smoking is injurious to health. And you ask for more 4 packets. That means the reading has no value. In the same manner, divine you are. That's okay. Now what about breakfast? Friends. So tatha bhuta evatma swayam anyam ivollasan jivatam upayativa mananat sthulatam gataha. Tatha bhutaha. Like in the totality, in the same way, eva atma swayam anya iva ullasan. Exactly the same way, like the totality, Paramatma or the Brahmaji, same way, we, our subtle body, the I, the Jiva, tatha bhutaha, similarly, eva swayam anyam iva ullasan. He starts a sense of otherness and manyness in his own being. See? In deep sleep, ekameva dvitiya. There is no time, no space, no object. Then from this I alone, time, space, object, multiplicity, good, bad, it starts expanding. And again, when the sleep comes, again it starts absorbing. Bhagwan is like a child eating a chewing gum. And when it is properly chewed, they bring out a bubble. Stop that dirty thing. Okay, oh. They don't throw it. Again काम में आएगा. See, my friends, this is what is the truth. Whether we want to accept or we don't want to accept, this is the truth. स तथा भूत एवात्मा स्वयं अन्य इव उल्लसन जीवतान उपयातीव मनना स्थूलताम गतः. And when this one becomes identified with the body, he becomes somebody. Jivata upayativa manana sthulatam gataha. And by again and again repeating the same thing, he comes to a conclusion that I am born, I am man, I am woman, I am child. Slowly, slowly, by practice, we have become miserable. So by practice, we have become miserable. Practice to be happy. How simple it is. अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते. Therefore, our real spiritual practice is मौज में रहो, be happy. What we understand, मौज करो. It is not मौज करो, मौज में रहो. See? Now, how to remain happy all the time, living at zero complaint level? No complaints. If the husband stops complaining about wife and the wife tries to improve the husband, if these two things are stopped, that will be the holiest marriage, better than Rama and Sita. See? Therefore, Jivatam upayativa manana sthulatam gataha. When you repeat something, the non-existing starts appearing very real. Thereafter, mano bhavati bhutatma tarang iva varidehe tena iyam indriya jalashri jagati pravitanyate. Then the life becomes the mind. Manaha bhavati bhutatma. Then mind, and then the mind is further expanding as the Pancha Mahabhutas. Like the water, ocean waves. So, mano bhavati bhutatma taranga iva varidehe. Like the waves on the surface of the ocean, in the same manner, on the surface of the mind are the five great elements. And then from these five great elements, tena iyam indriya jalashri. See, be very attentive. Five elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth. The tanmatra means absolute. Matra means only. So the attribute of the space is sound or shabda. Attribute of the air is sparsha or the touch. That of the fire, rupa or the form and color. That of the water is the taste. And that of the earth, smell, gandha. Now these are nascent qualities. When it is said, for example, shabda, sound. But what happens? Shabda is one, it becomes many by adding some special characteristics like sa, re, ga, ma. So one sound has become many. Smell, gandha is one. That gandha becomes, because of the upadhi, Sugandha, Durgandha, good smell, bad smell. Smell is neither good or bad. Rupa, the form. That form becomes many, round, square, red, green, yellow. In this manner, this Tenendra Indriya Jalasri. Then all the sense organs are born, and from then 5 sense objects are born. Now see how it is happening. Absolute Paramatma with his own potentiality and freedom, Ichha Shakti, he is creating this world. Why? Who are you to ask? Will you ask a question to ocean? Why are you throwing waves? He will swallow you. Marji? That is called Swatantra Shakti or Ichha Shakti. By that freedom, he can do or undo anything. So, from the absolute expression in the form of Maya or Prakriti, then expression as the principle of existence and principle of life, where the truth can express only as existence is the inert world, where the truth can express as both existence and life is the sentient world. Then that sentiency further gets divided in the form of mind. Mind gets further divided in the form of 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, Pancha Pranas, and then Jnanendriyas further get divided into respective so many objects. This is how out of one expansion happens and many are born. And the opposite will be discard the impact of the objects, come to the sense organs. Discard the slavery to the sense organs, come to the mind. Discard the personal likes and dislikes, come to the intellect. Discard the I, come to the principle of life. Up to here is our spiritual practice. And if we come at a life level, then whether it is a cow or a dog or a donkey or a pig or we, no difference will be on account of the different expressions. Therefore, you might have seen or known there are many Siddha Mahatmas. When they are taking food, if a dog comes and puts his mouth in their plate, they don't throw him away. See? Because they have raised up to the life level. So till such time the life is that Mahatma continues to live. And he has a freedom to keep or to go or to discard. See, my friends, therefore, there is one story in the life of Shirdi Sai Baba. Once he told his one devotee, hey, get me food, I am very hungry. And that poor lady goes and runs and gets some chapa, that local bakri and something, gives to him. Without even taking one bite, he gives to the pig, to a dog, and the dog was eating. He gets angry. You made me run and prepare chapati, not even a bite you have taken, given it to dog. Then he says, don't get angry. Principle of hunger is common, whether it is my hunger or that of the dog. Who can say this? He who has transcended the limitations of Jada Chetan. See, my friend, this is not imagination. This happens. It is not done, it happens. Now you all know, when a child is in the womb, the mother and the mother-in-law They go on telling 101 things to that new would-be mother. Everything is told. Don't do this, don't do this, don't eat this thing, don't see horrible movies, listen to Bhagavad Katha, listen to Satsanga, so many things. Has any mother or mother-in-law ever told her daughter or daughter-in-law, love your child? Love is not done, it happens. But the same boy and the girl, they have done love. Therefore, they fall in love. In action, you will fall. In experience, you will not fall. Therefore, a boy and a girl, they fall in love, they get hurt. That hurting is called a wedding. Wedding means what? In Marathi, Veda means mad. Wedding, madding. See? But the mother, when she loves her child, it is not an action, it is an experience. And therefore, the mother grows in love and the wife falls in love. Now, see the same thing, same person is mother as well as the wife. Therefore, Mano bhavati bhutatma taranga ivavaridehe. The mind alone starts experiencing everything. Tena iyam indriya indrajala shri jagati pravitanyate. And therefore, when the sleep is over and we are awake again, the same mind is expanding in the form of all the faculties. And the world becomes real. And when the sleep is there, again the mind absorbs everything and goes back to the principle of life. And therefore, in deep sleep, there is no ego. Because there is no I. Because there is no I, there is no success, there is no failure. Imagine if a football player has to dream, what will be his dream? One football player was sleeping, next to him his small child, baby also, sleeping together. And you know the children go here and there in sleep. Now this football player was sleeping and he dreamt. He got penalty corner. And in the dream he gave the kick, the child out of the bed. Will he be scolded that you have kicked your child? No, he was not there. Therefore, this is every day happening. Jagati pravitanyate. So therefore, what is waking? Expansion of the consciousness, withdrawal of the consciousness. Like the heaving of the ocean. Next time you see the ocean, you see it is not, waves is not like this. But waves are what ocean is heaving up and going down. Going up and going down. Next time you watch this. But you have to be on the boat or somewhere. Then only you can observe this thing. It is not, wave coming like that. No, 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 no. Because of the heaving movement, the waves happen. Therefore, avidya samsruti moho bandho maya malam samaha iti namani tasyasya kalpitani bhavanti. Therefore, the same reality, the same Paramatma, which was expressing as life and the mind, etc., all of them are the same reality, avidya, ignorance, samsruti, samsara, moha, delusion, bandha, bondage, maya, the God's power, malam, impurity, tamaha, the darkness, all are the names superimposed on one reality. The same man is superimposed with the name, he is a son, he is a husband, he is a father, he is a brother. If you can really digest this, then you will play your role perfectly well without getting entangled or influenced by any role. That is what is living in meditation. But we get carried away by one role in such a manner as if that is the end of life. See? Iti namani tasyascha kalpitani bhavantihi. Therefore, all these are the different names given to the same reality. And therefore, do not unnecessarily become serious. See, this is happening, people are born, they die, there are diseases and people are dying, there is no compassion, government regime, blah, 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 blah. What is new in this world? During 1898 to 1910, there was pandemic. Every 100 years, this cycle continues. Nature has to make the balance. It is like that. Nothing new. People are born, they die. There are good people, there are bad people. There is success, there is failure. There is understanding, there is misunderstanding. What is new? Okay. During the time of Ram, also there was a dhobi. During the Krishna, also there was a dhobi. Now, all dhobis. What is new? This has always happened. But we take it so seriously and therefore we suffer. Therefore, play your role beautifully, but don't get influenced by the role. If your role is that of a king, live like a king. But then, when you go home, behave properly with the wife. One of my friends, brigadier, this happened in Bangalore. I went to his house. He was yet to come from his work office. So his wife was there. So we were having nice chat, tea, coffee and all that. And when he came, he asked, everything is given to Swamiji? You are not in the office. Behave properly. Know what I mean? Immediately, brigadier talking loudly before brigadierin, immediately change. We all have to play different roles. Therefore, iti namani tasyascha kalpitani bhavanti. Yatha kataka shabdhartha pruthakvarho na kanchana na hema kataka tadvad jagat shabdharthata pare. When we say the ornament, are we not including the gold in that word? Is that the gold and ornament we are talking about two things? Similarly, tadvad jagat shabdharthata pare. In the same manner, when we talk about the world is nothing but Paramatma, and the Paramatma is nothing but the world. And therefore, whether the statue is that of the Rama or that of the Ravana, because of the Rama statue, gold doesn't become holy. Because of the Ravana statue, the gold doesn't become unholy. It remains untouched. Therefore, friends, when we are abiding in our own being, the world is never taken seriously because it is our own expansion. Therefore, these two principles we told you. Look at the ornaments as illusions and look at the ornaments as gold. Means what? When you look at the ornaments as illusions, You will not be obsessed with name and form. When you are looking at the ornaments as gold, you will be not influenced by whatever is the name or the form of the ornament. In short, the relativity, duality will be experienced, but the duality will not influence us. This is the meaning. Yatha kataka shabdhartha pruthak ho na kanchanar. So when we say the gold or the gold ornaments, we are not talking about something which is other than the gold. In the same manner, when we talk about the world, this world is nothing but Paramatma, and therefore respect, revere everything and being. In Vrindavan, it so happened, one Mahatmaji was sitting comfortably and some people around him. And one politician brand arrogant person entered. So he left the slippers there itself, in between the door, center. And then opened the door, khalat sound. And kicking everybody who were sitting, came to the Mahatma to do namaskar to him. Mahatma said, don't touch my feet. So he expected that I will be respected and revered. Then he said, go back. Keep the shoes properly. Close the door soft. And all those whom you have kicked, touch their feet. And then come and sit here. See, friends, small little things. Even how we keep our shoes. Even how we keep our clothes on the hanger. After the bed is, our sleep is over, how do we make our bed? After the bath is over, how do we spread our towel? Every small little thing is spiritual life. See, friends, but you go to many places, Dharma Kshetre, Kuru Kshetre, Samaveda, Yutsava, Dhum Dhalaka going on. See, friends, spiritual life doesn't mean. See, in one place, somewhere in Kerala, a GSB family, very nice, good friends. So when I went to their house, a very big room, their puja room. So in the morning, I thought, let me do namaskar, sit there. When I went in their room, oh God, since last 3 centuries, the oil bottles which were used for putting, oil bottles were stored there. Newspapers, we do not know which era they were piled up there. And the Deepastambha, whether it was made up of the brass, gold, or dark black iron coated with black color. Krishna, Krishna. He is not listening. Hey, I don't. See, friends, simply saying cleanliness next to godliness is not enough. If your surroundings are clean and neat, then alone you can think about cleaning the mind. Therefore, yatha kataka shabdartha. Now, when it can be done? When we recognize that everything in this room, everyone around us is nothing but an instrument through which the divine is expressing. Don't we do that? When it is our child, whatever may be the child having all problems, yet whom we see, we don't see his body, we don't see anything. We see ourselves reflected in the child. Wise people see themselves reflected in all things and beings. Therefore, they don't love anybody, they have love for everybody. तो न हेम कटका तद्वद जगत शब्दार्थता परे यथांकुरो यथाहंकुरोन्तर बीजस्य संस्थितो देशकालतः तनोति भासुरम देहम तनोत्येवं हि दृश्यति. Like बीजस्य अंतरः, inside the seed, ankura, the potentiality to express in the form of a tree or a plant, samstitaha. How? Deshakalataha. So the time and the space are contained in that small seed. And when the time and space starts expanding, then a big tree comes, a tanoti bhasuram deham. In the same manner, see, when they study embryology in the college or school, they are told these cells they become digestive system, these cells they become the CNS system, then these cells become the cardiovascular system. That time no student asks why these cells are becoming this. It happens. Why? Because the sky is too high. Do you know why these questions come? These questions come because we have not recognized the value of this. Imagine you call fire brigade and ask, hello sir, how are you? I have never called you, but I hope you are married. How is your wife, your children? Any problem, health issues, etc.? Come on man, what do you want? No, actually, my house is on fire. Will you please drop in? It's very bad condition. Will you call like this? You will leave the phone. You will not even tell. Where is your house? Hey, house is on fire. Come quickly. Because urgency is there. All these unwanted questions are only because there is no urgency to know the truth. You can learn this every day. One of my friend in Assam, his son was very good, maybe about 7, 8 years, 10 years. But the moment he comes on the dining table, he will start kang. I don't like that, I want like that. So his mother told me, Swamiji, what to do? I said, I'll treat, but you should not come in between. Okay. Now, food was laid on the table. I said, we'll all eat. Call him, hey, come. He will not come. Don't worry. Finish your food. Go to your work. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I'm not going to beat him. Okay. So the food was covered. They gone to their work. And at home, the child and myself. 10 o'clock food was given. 10, 11, 12. Finally, he got up. He looked at me. I pretended. And then he came, opened that covering. Coolly he ate away. Why? Because hunger is there. If a child is tremendously hungry, make a sandwich out of a tissue paper and give it to him. Mom, very tasty. Because of hunger. This was the technique I used during Corona. When I used to feel hungry, then I start cooking. So whatever comes is very good. And to cover up everything, achar. Therefore, when I go to many houses, I ask them, hey, don't you have achar? Yes, Swamiji. They give achar. After achar, life has come in the food. What does it mean? But thank God, those ammas don't understand. Ignorance is bliss. See? Therefore, we are not able to recognize this truth because we are not hungry. So, yatha ankurontasya bijam sastito deshakalatah tanoti bhasuram deham tanoti evam hi drishyati. So, like the plant grows out of the seed, exactly the same way the whole world comes out of me. Mayi eva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmiham. Be attentive. This is God's creation. In God's creation, no problems. In God's creation, we have our creation. Woman is created by God, no problem. Then out of that one woman, a daughter is created by the father, a wife is created by the husband, a mother is created by the son, and a daughter-in-law is created by the mother-in-law. Who are miserable? The father is miserable because of the daughter. The husband is miserable because of the wife. Okay? The more you contemplate, you will come to discover all those who are miserable, they don't exist. And not only that, they are your own creation. Nobody is born as a wife or a husband. Then it is our creation. If our creation, we are responsible for that. See? Otherwise, children we will produce and government should look after the children. Right? You look after your children. Therefore, सर्वेषामपि देहि द्वौ भूतानां कारणात्मनाम् अजस्य कारणाभावात् ब्रह्मणस्तु स्वयंभुवः आतिवाहिक एवास्ति देहो नास्त्यादि भौतिकः आकाशादेव यो जातः स व्योमैव भवेत् किल. I think time over. Before you feel sleepy, I should stop. I think over. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.